Good morning, happy Sunday. Let's get down to business here on August the 25th. It is a Sunday morning. I got to be real brief because I got to run and do something, but I wanted to chop it up about something we talked about on YouTube last night on our Lakerland show. Shout out to all the Lakerland supporters, but there was a report that came out, y'all, about the Lakers. This is so disrespectful. So disrespectful. There's a report floating around that the Lakers are interested in targeting Luka Doncic as possibly being the face of the franchise once LeBron James retires. This is a real story. And it blew me away for so many different reasons. First of all, how disrespectful, and I mean disrespectful, is that to Anthony Davis? Let's start there. Number one, has Anthony Davis, even though we still question him, is he really the leader? Does he have those intangibles? We still question that to this day, I believe. But overall, has Anthony Davis not done his job? Have Anthony Davis not earned his paycheck since he's walked into this door? First year helped LeBron win a championship. These guys have pretty much been in playoff contention every season. One of the best defensive players we have in the league. This past season, he played, 73 games, if I'm not mistaken? The most AD has played in his career. So his availability, the biggest thing we've always questioned, last year was decent. Had impact over the summer in Paris in the Olympics. For this report to come out, excuse me, it bugs me out, y'all. And I will say this. When it comes to the Lakers front office, I'm talking about Jeanie Buss, Rob Pelinka. We know that being with the Lakers, there's going to be a lot of storylines coming out, a lot of narratives coming out, some true, some untrue. I will give the Lakers credit for saying that they usually don't show their hand. They'll allow a report or a rumor to float, but they normally don't show their hand. It seems like when it comes to the Lakers organization, if you go back in history, Lakerland, everything that the media says the Lakers are going to do, the Lakers in effect wind up doing the complete opposite, which could be good, which could be bad. If you go back just recently to this summer, remember the drama we had with Coach Dan Hurley from UConn, the whole JJ Redick, Dan Hurley saga, and how everybody was really reporting that Dan Hurley was going to be the next coach, and we know how that played out. So the Lakers really truly didn't show their hand. They allowed these stories to be, in the atmosphere. And I don't know if I really like that so much because it has, in my opinion, detrimental effect. Realistically, I don't see this happening with Luka being the face of the Lakers in the future once LeBron retires. First of all, what's wrong with Dallas? You have to ask yourself, why would Luka leave the Dallas Mavericks to even get to Los Angeles? They just coming off of a finals run. Him and Kyrie are gelling. They have a nucleus. They have a proven head coach. They have some young guys who really want to win. Like I said, they went to the final round. We get to this off season. I'm not saying Klay Thompson is a game changer. I'm not going there. But what I am saying is that the Dallas Mavericks as an organization went out shopping in free agency and got them a guy, unlike the Lakers. I'm not saying Dallas is going to represent the Western Conference next year because the West is going to be mad tough. But I don't see any reason that Luka will be leaving Dallas to go to LA and play with a LeBron-less Lakers team. Because at that point, you have no LeBron. And what does that do for the psyche of AD? Because I'm willing to bet that Anthony Davis will be gone. There's no way in hell I could see AD putting in this much pain for over 6 years for them to only in effect bring in Luka to be the number one in the face of the franchise. That's the biggest slap in the face. So, I don't want to really vilify the Lakers team when it comes to this report because it didn't come directly from the horse's mouth. And like I said, the Lakers as a franchise always allow the media to come up with their own perspectives because it's the Lakers. You know, one of the most polarizing sports teams that we have. But I don't see no reason for Luka wanting to be unhappy in Dallas. I don't see Mark Cuban getting rid of Luka and sending him to LA. No. That's not Mark Cuban's makeup. He's not going to allow Luka. I mean, he might not have any control over it ultimately, but I'm pretty willing to bet if Mark Cuban had to get rid of Luka, it wouldn't want to be to a Western Conference team. No way. No way. So this report, man, is floating around and it kind of bugged me. And this is no disrespect to Luka. Luka is an awesome player. But, you know, to think that he would come to the Lakers to replace LeBron and think that we would have some type of future in that is laughable. The only way I could see him even remotely being interested in leaving Dallas is if it really just doesn't work with him and Clay. And even still, I believe that they'll just replace those guys and bring in new pieces. I don't see Luka leaving Dallas under any circumstance. If y'all remember, the Dallas Mavericks won an NBA championship with Coach Rick Carlisle in Dallas. Luka comes in before even being proven, really, and gets rid of a championship winning coach. Rick Carlisle out of there. So Luka has plenty of cachet in Dallas. Would he be able to be awarded the same cachet from Jeanie Buss and Rob Pelinka? I believe so. But when I look at the trajectory of the way the Dallas Mavericks are moving, and then when I look at how the Lakers would be moving in my eyes if LeBron was to go, and then you have a guy like Anthony Davis who may at that point either be demanding a trade or just, like I said, feel disrespected. The Lakers has enough problems as it is already with our backcourt, namely D'Angelo Russell. What are we going to do with D'Lo? What are we going to do with Rui this season? It's a lot going on. But when this report came out that Luka was being targeted by the Lakers to be the new face of the franchise, bro, this shit was just crazy to me. I don't see it. So I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I got a lot of respect for Luka Doncic. He's definitely one of the best players in the game. But like my brother Justo said in the live chat, Luka is not coming to LA. It has to be fantasy talk because I don't see the reality in it for either party. What do the Lakers have to get this dude? They can't afford him free agents. I mean, once LeBron goes, then yeah, we're talking about something different. But what do they have to build around? It's like you had to start over if you get Luka. And yeah, there'll be guys that will want to come to LA and play with Luka, but it's not going to be the cornerstones that we have right now. I think that will be a horrible decision for them to try to target Luka and make him the franchise, very disrespectful to Anthony Davis. And again, the jury is still out on AD as far as being the leader. But, having D'Angelo Russell named once again in trade talks before training camp, having LeBron, AD, and Rui playing over the summer in the Olympics, having a new coaching staff now with JJ Redick, we have enough problems as it is. We really do. There's no need to allow speculations and reports and rumors of certain guys getting traded if there's no reality behind it, because all it does is linger in the back of people's head. And who knows how hard D'Lo is going to go for the Lakers now that he feel like he ain't won it. D'Lo might go out there and not give a fuck to start the season off. That's not going to be good for the team. And yeah, we'll blame D'Lo and say he needs to be professional regardless. But the team is shitting on him. You know, he's still a human being at the end of the day. You know, I feel like mental health matters in the game of basketball. For all the latest news and debates on the Los Angeles Lakers, be sure to subscribe here to the Lakers Land platform with Seven, Mitchell, BA, and Hank. Also, don't forget to check out our playback room for our free VIP watch parties to all our Lakers games, and of course the live Lakerland podcast. That's playback.tv/LakersLand.